Videos on, please. Hope you had a good time at the camp, Hannah. Yes. Okay. Did you watch the previous classes videos?
I was a bit busy. I will cover it
Okay.
today.
Okay. Cover.
Ma'am, can I also send all the homeworks you sent in the group for today only, ma'am?
Yes, Hannah. You can send all the homeworks. Okay. Like after watching the videos, you can send me by Sunday. Okay. You have today, tomorrow, Sunday also. You can watch till Sunday, and you can send me till Sunday. Okay. No problem. All right. Johanna, Eva, videos on, please. Today we will finish the last topic in lesson 4, biological processes 1 that we are doing. Okay, the last topic that is the endocrine system. Okay, yesterday we talked about, right now we are doing coordination. Okay, coordination in the body, and there are two systems responsible for coordination. Okay, there are two systems responsible for coordination in our body. The first one is the nervous system. The second one is the endocrine system. The nervous system we covered in yesterday's class. Today we will start with the endocrine system. Okay. Now, endocrine system comprises of all the glands in our body. Okay. All the glands in our body. What are glands? Glands are some special types of organs in our body that secrete some chemical substance. That secrete means release some chemical substance, which is known as hormone. Okay. If you have heard the word hormone, okay, hormone. This hormone is released by some special organs in our body, which are called glands. Okay. Now, different types of hormones are released by different types of glands in our body, and these hormones are responsible for different types of functions. Okay, so one by one, we will study all the glands. We will study what hormones they release and uh, what those hormones do. Okay, what is their function? That is what we're going to study. Now, apart from the nervous system, our body has some glands which secrete some special types of chemical substances called hormones and add them to the blood. These hormones are added to the blood. These hormones control the important functions of our body. Okay, the main endocrine glands we'll study. The first one is pituitary gland. Okay, the first one is pituitary gland. Now, pituitary gland is associated with the brain. Okay, is it is present near the brain, the pituitary gland. Okay, and what is the function of this gland is that it controls all the other glands in the body. Okay, this is the gland that controls all the other glands in our body. Okay, that is why this is called master gland. Master gland. This is a very important question that usually is asked, which is called the master gland. Okay, so we have the pituitary gland, which controls all the other glands, and it is called the master gland. Okay, the hormones secreted by this gland also control the growth of humans. Okay, our growth when we grow from a child to, you know, we grow to 8 to 9 years of age. Okay, then we grow to a teenager and then to adulthood. So all of that growth, this gland controls our height growth. Okay, and also all the other glands. If you want to see where this is located, I will show you where exactly this gland is located. Okay. The circle that you can see in this image, this circle, this is where the pituitary gland is located. Okay, this is the structure of the head or the brain. Okay, and in the brain, at this position, is where the pituitary gland is located. Here also you can see the circle, the black circle that is marked. This is where the pituitary gland is present. These are the parts of pituitary gland: posterior lobe, pituitary stalk, anterior lobe, and hypothalamus. Okay, and here is the pituitary gland. Okay, you can see this bottom two sac-like things are there. That is pituitary gland present in our brain. Okay, now next one that we'll study is the thyroid gland. Okay, next one that we will talk about is called the thyroid gland. Okay, now thyroid gland is situated in the throat. Okay, it is situated in the throat and produces the thyroid hormone, which controls the metabolic activities such as digestion and respiration of the body. Okay, this controls digestion and respiration. Throat means in the neck. Okay, in the neck region. Okay, this gland is present. Iodine is necessary for the production of this hormone. Okay, uh, iodine in our body is necessary for the thyroid gland to facilitate metabolic activities. Okay. See, iodine is necessary for the thyroid gland to function. When the thyroid gland functions, it controls activities such as respiration, digestion, and so on. Now, what happens is sometimes in our body, there is a deficiency of iodine. Okay. The iodine in our body becomes less. There is a deficiency of iodine. When this happens, the thyroid gland increases in size. Okay, the thyroid gland increases in size when there is lesser iodine in our body. So, if you have seen, I don't know if you have seen it, I have seen some people whose neck is, very big, means swollen. It looks swollen and very big. Have you ever, if you've ever noticed? In some people. Okay, the neck region is like very big and swollen. That is thyroid disease. Okay, that is thyroid disease. And this disease is called goiter. Okay, this disease where the neck region becomes swollen. Why does the neck region become swollen? Because the thyroid gland increases in size. Okay, because the thyroid gland it increases in size, the neck region becomes swollen, and that disease is known as goiter. Okay, we'll show you where the thyroid gland is located in the neck, and then um, if you want to see a picture of the goiter disease, you can check. Okay, let me know if you want, so we can see it. Okay, the goiter where the neck region is swollen. Pancreas. The next gland that we'll study is the pancreas. Now, pancreas is very important in digestion. Okay, pancreas is the gland which is very important in digestion. How? That when the food, goes into our body, into our stomach, okay, it gets mixed with some digestive juices. If you have studied about a little bit about digestion process before, the food gets mixed up with some digestive juices, which breaks the food down and helps in the digestion. Okay, which breaks the food down and helps in the digestion. So these digestive juices are produced by pancreas. Okay, These digestive juices that helps in the digestion of food are produced by pancreas, okay, and hormones also. The insulin hormone, pancreas also secrete insulin, okay. See, insulin keeps, enables thyroid gland for the production of thyroid hormone, but insulin comes from where? Pancreas, okay. Insulin comes from pancreas, and the insulin hormone secreted by this gland keeps the level of glucose in the blood in control. Okay. Do you know that our blood has a level of glucose? Okay. So this insulin hormone secreted by this gland keeps the level of glucose in the blood in control. Do you know why diabetes are caused? Okay, today I was reading about diabetes and the types of diabetes, type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes. I was reading about it and I was reading about why it is caused. Okay, what's the reason for it? The reason for it is when your body stops making insulin. Okay, when our body stops producing insulin, okay, what happens is that the glucose in our blood is not controlled anymore, okay, is not controlled anymore. The glucose in our blood keeps increasing, increasing, increasing because insulin is not being formed by these glands. Okay, so that is what leads to diabetes. Okay, that is what leads to diabetes. It is also genetic. Okay, means it is passed on from the grandparents and the parents. So it is also genetic. Sometimes it happens due to, when the hormones stop producing. Okay, when the insulin stops making, when insulin doesn't get made in our body, that time also the level of glucose in our blood is not in control, which leads to diabetes. Okay. Now, the amount of glucose increases in the blood due to deficiency of this hormone. This is what I'm explaining to you. The amount of glucose increases in the blood due to deficiency of insulin. This disease is known as diabetes. This disease is called diabetes, and right now there is no cure for diabetes. Okay, there are only medicines, medications to manage it, but no permanent cure of diabetes is there. Okay, that was like I was reading about this only, that there is no permanent cure of diabetes right now, but it is manageable through lifestyle. Okay, means controlling what you eat and all, and medication. Okay, now uh, we will talk about adrenal gland and testis and ovary. Okay. Any doubt in pituitary gland, thyroid gland, and pancreas that you can ask me? Any doubt, any confusion about the goiter disease, about diabetes, about the pituitary gland, thyroid gland, pancreas? Till now, any question? No?
No.
Okay. Okay. All right. Adrenal gland. See, the pancreas is situated. I'll show you where the pancreas is situated in the Hindi diagram. Even I don't understand the words, but I will show you exactly where the pancreas is situated with an English diagram. Okay. Now, adrenal gland. Adrenal glands are situated above the kidneys. Okay. These are situated above the kidneys. What is the function is? The hormones secreted by this gland regulate the amount of salt in the body. Okay, to regulate the amount of salt in the blood. It controls the condition of excitement, anger, stress, etc. Have you heard this term that adrenaline rush? Adrenaline rush, or adrenaline is very high. If you've heard this, if you've heard this term, adrenaline rush. No. Um, See, when we are in a state of extreme fear, worry, or when we are about to do a ride and we are, we feel something in our stomach. Okay, have you felt like right before an exam or when you enter the exam room, there is something in your stomach, you feel, okay, something going on, the fear, okay, the build up, Okay, or when you're sitting in a ride, you feel the build-up. Okay, or when you are angry, sometimes the build-up is there. What is that build-up? What's that we feel in our stomach is the release of adrenaline hormone. Okay, the release of adrenaline hormone that we feel that is released during fear, stress, anger, anxiety. Okay, a high level of it. So that time we feel the adrenaline hormone, and this controls the conditions of excitement. Excitement doesn't only mean anger, it also means fear, it also means stress. Okay, adrenaline rush we feel, okay, in our body. So that is adrenal gland. Okay, it also the hormone secreted by this gland regulate the amount of salt in the body, okay, in the blood. It regulates how much salt should be there in the blood. Okay, now, testis and ovary. Now, any doubt in adrenaline, the adrenal gland? Any doubt in adrenal gland? No. Okay. One more interesting fact I will tell you. If you have, if you have taken a ride on the Ferris wheel, the Ferris wheel ride, where there are, buckets or small compartments. Okay, and there is a giant wheel that spins, okay, in a circular motion. So in the Ferris wheel, you must have felt where you reach the top and then it is coming down. When it is coming down at a good speed, you feel something in your stomach. Okay, do you know what that is or why that sensation is there? You feel something in your stomach. That is because the diaphragm organ is, when it is moving down, diaphragm organ rises like that. Diaphragm flaps move like that. Okay, so due to the diaphragm flap, okay, it's a flap-like thing. It moves like that up. So because of that, you feel this sensation in your stomach. Okay, that tingling sensation, that sensation that something is rising in the stomach. That is your diaphragm. Okay, that moves in this way. Okay, in those rides. Okay, that is the diaphragm moving in those rides. So because of that, you feel that in your stomach. Okay, now the last one, the last two glands, testis and ovary. Okay, testis and ovary. We are going to talk about this in more detail in the fifth chapter when I do the fifth chapter with you. But I will give you a background of this testis and ovary. Okay, now these hormones, okay, these hormones are related to reproduction. Okay, these hormones are related to reproduction. Reproduction is when you are giving birth to a baby. Okay, and before that, a process takes place that is known as a fertilization. Okay, um, okay, so what happens in this process is the male reproductive system parts and the female reproductive parts they come together. Okay, and the sperms of a male are transferred into the body of the female and they merge with the eggs of the female and that develops into a baby. Okay, that develops into a baby. Now the ovary in female, okay, the ovary that is the ovary gland in female and the testis gland in male, they produce sex hormones. What are these hormones? These hormones are, related with the reproduction. Okay, these hormones are related with the reproduction. Okay, and also a lot of things. Okay, a lot of things such as these hormones are estrogen and testosterone. Okay, estrogen and testosterone, we'll discuss it further in the fifth chapter, is all reproduction. Okay, it is responsible for various things, such as estrogen in women is responsible for their development, their growth, the development of all the body parts and all. Okay, testosterone in the male is responsible for the development of the male reproductive organs, their beard, the mustache, the body hair. Okay, everything like all the male qualities and all those development is due to testosterone hormone. Okay, and the estrogen hormone responsible for the development of the reproductive parts of the woman, of the girl. Okay, so the women, the girls, they have estrogen, whereas the boys, the men, they have testosterone hormone. Okay, now where do this come from? The ovary produces estrogen hormone in women, and the testis in males that produces the testosterone hormone. Okay, the testosterone hormone. When we do reproduction chapter, I will explain you how all this takes place, how the process goes on, okay, and everything. Now, we will check the diagram of endocrine system in English. Okay, endocrine system diagram we will see. Okay, take a look. This is uh, an endocrine system. Okay, and when you are studying the glands, okay, you can just study the glands that are there in a book, okay, because there are many glands, and you can just study the main glands. The hypothalamus is also related to the pituitary gland. You can study the pituitary gland, which is located here at the brain. Thyroid gland, which
Yes,
is the
ma'am.
throat, which is it. Yes,
My
yes,
screen is
Johanna. Your
my
screen
screen
is
is
what?
black.
Your screen is black. Okay, it will load in a couple minutes. Okay, it will load in a couple minutes. Just wait for 1 or 2 minutes and see if it gets load. Okay, then thymus gland is present here. Okay, the center of the chest. Okay, that you don't have. You have adrenal glands present near the kidneys, the top region of the kidneys. Pancreas is present here. This yellow color gland is pancreas. Okay, now see here in this diagram, two things are shown for the ovary and testis in one human. Okay, please note that this part is the ovary found only in females. Okay, this part is not in women. Well, while this part, the bottom part, okay, is found in males. Okay, so gland, ovary gland is present right here. Okay, right here at the two sides. Okay, ovaries are present, and the testis is found at the bottom at the reproductive part of the males. Okay, that is where the testis is located. Okay, so these are the main glands in our endocrine system and where they are found. Okay, you can see here. This is we have the adrenal glands are same, pancreas are there. Okay, in the mind we have pineal gland, hypothalamus, and pituitary gland. In the brain, parathyroid gland and thyroid glands are present in the throat. Thymus is present between the lungs. Okay, you don't have parathyroid, you don't have thymus, you don't have pineal gland and hypothalamus. You just have pituitary gland. Okay, then adrenal glands are there at the top of the kidneys, and pancreas are there between the near the stomach. Okay, then testis and ovary. Testis in the males, ovaries in the female. Now tell me, any doubt in any of the glands? Any questions? Any questions you may ask now? No? No questions?
No, ma'am.
Mhm. Oh, okay. Homework for today is questions 4.6. Okay. Homework for today, questions 4.6 is your homework. And then you also have to do end of chapter questions. Okay. You also have to do end of chapter questions. If you find any question difficult when you are finding the answers of it, please let me know. Okay, I will explain that to you. If you find any question that is difficult or you are not able to answer it, please let me know. So I will explain it to you. I will provide you an answer. Okay, if any question you are unable to do. Now, what are the diagrams important? What are the important diagrams from this lesson? Endocrine system diagram. Okay, not in Hindi, in English. And I will make a PDF of all the diagrams in English and send you in the group. Okay, so that you can directly prepare from that. So the endocrine system is important. This is a neuron. Okay, that diagram, reflex action diagram is also important. Okay, this is a reflex action diagram. Brain diagram, not that important. Three parts yesterday I told you that you have to remember. Okay, cerebrum, cerebellum, and brainstem. Okay, in the brain, three parts you should know where are they present: the cerebrum, the cerebellum, and the brainstem. Okay, this is the cerebrum, this is the cerebellum, this is the brainstem. Okay, only those the three main things that you should know. Okay, then excretory system diagram is very important. Okay, very important. Um, this is the pair of kidneys. This is urinary bladder. These tubes are ureter. Okay, this opening is known as urethra. Okay, this is aorta. Red one is aorta. The blue one is vena cava. Okay, on the left side is vena cava, the right side is aorta, the kidneys. Then to the kidneys, we have the ureter attached, then the urinary bladder, and then the opening is urethra. So excretory system diagram is also important. Then the heart diagram. Heart diagram also you should know. Okay. Heart diagram also you should know. I will send you a video in which there is an easy way to draw the heart diagram. Okay. To learn the heart diagram. I'll post that video in the group. Okay, then the fish and cockroach don't learn the diagrams. Yes, Eva.
Ma'am, in test you won't give like to write the heart or anything, right?
In test, I won't give what?
To draw the heart.
To draw the heart. I don't usually give to draw the heart. I give mostly, the endocrine system, okay, and the respiratory system diagram. Okay, heart diagram, what I sometimes do is that I like give the diagram and put blanks in all the places. So you can write one and write what is this and what is that. Okay. In the endocrine system also I did that sometimes. Okay, I do that. I give the diagram to you and I give blanks where you have to locate what part is what gland is what. Okay, that way I give. But I can give full diagram also. Maybe not the heart, but the other things, the respiratory and all. Okay, also gaseous exchange diagram is important. Okay, I'll send it in English, gaseous exchange diagram. And the most important diagram is respiratory system. Most important. Okay, most important diagram that you have to learn drawing is respiratory system. I'll make a PDF of all the diagrams and I'll post it in your group from which you can prepare. Okay, now, now let's
Excuse
see.
me,
Yes, Johanna.
my meeting got disconnected, so I didn't hear what were you saying.
Okay, I was saying that the respiratory system diagram is the most important, and I will make a PDF of all the diagrams in English and I'll send it in the group. Okay, that's what I was saying. Now, quickly tell me in science, what chapters tests I have taken till now? Have I taken any tests in science?
Not for me.
Okay, Hannah, I think she's having a network problem. Are you able to hear me, Hannah? today is Friday. Okay, then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay. So 4 days. So I think, hmm.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Hannah.
Ma'am, my network is not very good now. I left and rejoined.
Yes,
Can I
yes.
listen?
Yes, you can leave and rejoin. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, Eva and Johanna and all three of you, I'll be keeping a test in the next week. Okay. But I will let you know what chapter. Okay. I have not decided yet, but I will let you know what chapter. Till now, we have completed. Till now, we have completed lesson 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then 6, 7. Okay. 11.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I don't know any other chapter except for fourth.
You don't know any of the chapter except fourth. Okay. All right. So you can do what? You can do one thing. Okay. You the rest of them can attempt it. Okay. Hannah, Johanna, Zoe can attempt it, and Eva for you. Or we can do like maybe a test of the fourth chapter. I'll think about it. I'll plan this out. Let me plan this out and let you know. Okay, let me plan. Johanna, what chapters did you took class for?
Ma'am, could you repeat?
Yeah, I'm asking Johanna. Johanna, you were there, right? When I taught chapter 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 11. Johanna, you were there, right? When I taught lesson 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 11.
I think only 2, 3, 4, 6, and 11.
2, 3, 4.
No, no, I didn't do 1 or 6.
You didn't do 1 and 6. 1, there will be no test. Okay. Because it is, very just an introductory chapter. So no test of lesson 1, but I'll be taking tests of lesson 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 11. Okay. So lesson 2, okay, maybe or 3, I'll let you know. Let me let you know. Okay, let me think and tell you.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I remember, ma'am, you already took a science test before.
Yeah, I took a science test before. So I will think, like I'll check what chapter test I took before. I will not keep that again. Okay. I'll not keep that again. And Eva, the chapters that I have not done with you now, if like you continue, I'll do them with you again. Okay. Once the course is over, I'll do those chapters with you again. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So same with Johanna. Johanna, you also. The chapters that I have not done with you, like before, we can get it done once the science course is over. I'll just do them with you all again. Okay.
Yes, it will be chapter 7.
Chapter 7, I think it's already done from my side, but we can do chapter 7 again later. Okay.
Ma'am, I'll also be doing the test, right?
Eva, it depends. Okay. If you think you will be able to like do the course like for now by yourself and ask me the doubts, the hard topics.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, Hannah.
Ma'am, I rechecked. Ma'am, you did the test on living and their habitat.
I did the test on living in their habitat. Okay. So living in the habitat is done. Plant and animal world. Eva, were you there in when I did plant and animal world lesson 3? Were you there?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Lesson 3 is very easy. Okay, very simple. If you can check it out and let me know. Okay, it's up to you. I leave it up to you. Check the lesson out and then let me know if you want to give the test, you can give. And if there are any hard topics that you want me to explain first and then you want to give the test, then I'll explain you the hard topics. And this is for everyone. Okay, go through third chapter, go through all the topics. If you find any topic difficult and want me to explain again, I'll explain you and then you can do the test. Okay,
Ma'am, I'll do the test. It's fine.
okay, all right then. Then ask me your doubts before the test. Yes, Johanna.
It's third chapter.
Third chapter. Third chapter test I will be taking next week on Thursday. Okay. Next week on Thursday, I'll be taking the test of third chapter. Okay. So please prepare for the third chapter. If there is any doubt, ask me next week. You can check it out in this weekend and ask me on maybe Monday, Tuesday. Okay. Okay. Yes, Eva.
Only third chapter, right?
Only third chapter. Yes. Only third chapter. All right. Okay. Let's stop here for now. 5 minutes break for you, have water, and then we'll begin with maths class. Okay, let's begin. Videos on, please. Hi, Joshua. Good afternoon.
Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Joshua, where were you yesterday?
Sorry, ma'am. We had some complications in my side, ma'am.
Okay. Joshua, I want you to watch yesterday's class, okay?
Then, ma'am, I watched it yesterday, ma'am.
You watched. Okay. Okay, good. All right. Okay. We are doing algebra. We started with a fourth lesson in maths, that is algebra. Yesterday, we did some very basic addition and subtraction. Okay. Today, we'll discuss some multiplication and division from the lesson. Okay. So that is why it's very important for you all to watch whatever classes you are missing. Okay. Because otherwise, you'll feel what is going on and what is left out. Okay. So please watch whatever you miss. Okay. Now, addition. Okay. One second. Just a minute. Yesterday, I was telling you four rules of you know, four rules of algebra that we follow. Okay, I will write them again. Okay. How come Zoe did not join FAR in the last 3 days? Zoe has also gone for a summer camp. Joshua. Okay. I got a message from my mother. They are also out for a summer camp, but she'll be joining from next week. Okay. Now, the four rules that we have been,
Ma'am,
yes.
ma'am, here, ma'am, I don't have proper network, ma'am, so I can't see a whiteboard.
You cannot see my whiteboard again. Were you
Yes,
able to see? Were you able to see my screen when I was doing screen share?
yes, ma'am.
Just give me a minute, Hannah. Tell me if you're able to see the screen or not. Okay. Are you able to see a white screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So these are the rules. When we do plus, when we multiply a term that is positive with a term that is also positive, we will get the answer in positive. Okay, it will be positive. When we multiply a positive term with a negative term, the answer that we will get will be negative. When we uh, multiply the negative term with a positive term, the answer that we will get will be a negative term. This is the same rules that we are doing for addition and subtraction. Okay, don't get confused I'm writing something new. These are the same rules that we have been applying for addition and subtraction. Okay, but right now I'm showing it to you for multiplication.
Yeah, ma'am. Yesterday, I didn't really get the how we do the thing, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, Joshua, I will explain today through multiplication. Okay. Okay. Now, these things, we'll take some examples and I'll explain you. Okay. I have to multiply. First is when both terms are positive. Okay. First question, I have to multiply 2 or I can just write it as plus 2 multiplied by plus 2. Usually, when the terms are positive now, usually when the terms are positive, when they are in plus, we don't write plus. Okay, we just write it as it is. Like, suppose I'm writing 2, only 2. Okay, that means it is a positive 2 until I don't have minus sign in front of it. Okay, until I don't have minus sign in front of it, it is positive. But right now I'm writing positive sign so that you can understand it better. Okay, now see, plus 2 multiplied by plus 2, the answer that we are going to get, okay, will be 4. Okay, 2 times 2 is 4, but it will be positive because plus and plus, the answer will come in plus. Okay, so the answer is going to be 4. Okay? Just 4, positive 4. Now, now come to another question.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, while writing to these types of questions, ma'am, should we always write symbol before the number?
Should you always write symbol before it? If there is symbol in the question, you write symbol before it. Whenever there is symbol in the question, you also write symbol. Okay. Another question is one positive, the first term is positive, the second is negative. So I will write plus 2. One second. I will write plus 2 multiplied by minus 3. Okay, these are, you know, this is what I am explaining you in example form. Okay, so plus 2 multiplied by minus 3 when one term is negative. First, I will do the numbers. Okay, see, here is the trick. Okay, here is the trick. I will teach you a very simple trick. Okay, very simple trick. Suppose I have 12 into minus 2. Okay, so how to solve it? You first solve just 12 into 2. Okay, just solve just 12 into 2. Okay, write the answer. Okay, write the answer and then put the sign of the bigger number. 12, does 12 having, is 12 having a sign before it? No, right? It's not. So just don't put a sign. But when I'm doing 2 into 3, 2 into minus 3. What I'll do, just do 2 into 3, write 6. What is the bigger number? 3. What is the sign before 3? Minus. So I'll put a minus sign. Okay. Means you put the sign of the bigger number, like I was explaining yesterday. You use the sign of a bigger number. Where is Johanna? Did she leave?
Ma'am, Johanna left. She said she had some problem with her video.
Okay. Minus 6. Okay. Third question. Third question. First term is negative and the second term is positive. Okay. So first you will do just simply multiply 2 into 3. What will come? 6. But okay. One more thing. Okay. One more thing that is applied is the minus and plus signs. Okay. The minus and plus signs, their evaluation is also applied. Okay. So what you are doing here is evaluating minus plus, and minus plus when you are doing, the answer ultimately comes in minus. Okay, so Here you can ignore the sign of the bigger number, but the answer will come in minus because the minus and plus sign you are evaluating. Okay, the minus and plus sign you are evaluating in multiplication. So the answer, you can ignore the sign of the bigger number and you can put a minus sign because minus and plus will ultimately become minus. One more question based on the last property. Minus 2 multiplied by minus 3. Okay, now see, here 3 is the bigger number and it is minus. So the answer is 6, we know that the answer is 6. But will it be a positive 6 or a negative 6? Now, when you are having two terms which are in minus, okay, which are in minus, and the multiplication sign is there, okay, the minus and minus cancels with each other, okay, or the minus minus becomes plus. So the answer will be plus 6 or a positive of 6, okay, a positive 6. Hope you are able to understand this. Okay, the answer becomes a positive 6. Okay, this is how we solve it using the numbers. What about um, when you have not just numbers but algebra in it? Okay, now Johanna, are you able to see my screen? Johanna, are you able to see my screen? You can keep your video off if there is too much network issue. Shall I clear the screen if you all have written it?
I'm done, ma'am.
Eva and Hannah,
Done. Done, ma'am.
any doubt till now?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes, yes, Hannah.
ma'am, I just one doubt, ma'am. While
Mhm.
solving a problem in notebook, ma'am, or in a homework, ma'am, how should we write the form?
How should you
While
write? How should you write the what?
Ma'am, how should we write the solution, ma'am?
How should you write the solution?
Should we only write the answer or the reason?
No, you don't have to write the reason. Okay, you don't have to write the reason. You can just write the solution. Okay, you can just write the solution. Okay, now what I'm going to do with you is I'm going to do some proper algebra questions with you that will have variables. Okay, that are going to have variables now. Right now we were just understanding it with numbers yesterday and today. We will do it with variables now. Okay, we will do it with variables now and we'll understand how to solve for variables. Okay, this chapter we are going to first do multiplication with the variables and then next chapter is fully algebraic operations. So we can do a lot of
Uh,
addition and subtraction.
Ma'am, is
Yes.
it the same chapter or did we go to a different chapter, ma'am, in this week?
This chapter is chapter 4. Okay, chapter 4, chapter 5, and 6. All three are algebra chapters. Okay, three chapters in your book are algebra chapters. Chapter 4, 5, and 6. 4 is basic algebra terms, okay, and a little bit of what are variables, what are constants, what are coefficients, okay, what is an expression, just that. Chapter 5 is basic algebraic operations that talks about solving, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division of algebra, proper algebra, finding the missing value, finding x, y, z is chapter 5. Chapter 6 is linear equation in one variable. Okay. In the linear equation in one variable, what happens is that there is an equation given to us. We have to solve, add or subtract whole algebraic equations, not just one term, but whole equation will be given and then We'll have to subtract and add whole equations. In algebraic expression, one variable. One variable is also means that if there is x now, you will get equations such as 6x plus 2 x, okay, and so on, okay, one variable. So that is linear equation. Right now we are doing fourth lesson, then we'll do fifth lesson and sixth lesson. Okay, algebra, very simple. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, Johanna, done writing?
Yes, ma'am, but I don't know how did it come.
How did it come? Okay. After the class, you can go on YouTube and watch the lecture, this particular part once again. Okay, you can go to YouTube and watch this particular part once again. Okay, if there is still doubt, ask me on Monday. After watching again, you still find a doubt is coming, ask me again on Monday. Okay, now some questions based on multiplication of algebra. Okay, don't get scared of the questions. All right, they are very easy. Question 1. Question is find the products.
Ma'am, we are going to do this, ma'am.
No, I'm going to do this with you. Okay, and I will do like I'll give you to do as homework. Okay, now product you have to find. The first one is 4x and 3y. 4x and 3y. Okay, so it is basically, this is the question. Okay, just write it with a different color. The question 4x and 3y. So what I have to do is 4x multiplied by 3y. Okay, now see, when you have a number and a variable, okay, you can just take them together in the bracket like this, 4 into 3, and you can just put the variables together, x and y, outside. Okay, so 4 into 3 is 12. Answer is 12x1. Okay, answer is 12xy. Very simple. Second question. 25p and minus 1 by 5p. 25p and minus 1 by 5p. Okay, so what I will do, 25 into minus 1 upon 5, and p I will take in the bracket. Okay, p I will take in the bracket. So p into, yes,
Ma'am, what is P now here?
what is p here? P is a variable. P is just a variable, and in this question you don't have to calculate the p, but you have to solve what is 25p multiplied by minus 1 by 5p. Okay, you have to solve that. So you know, this part I can just cut. 5 ones are 5, 5 fives are 25. Okay, 5 ones are 5, 5 fives are 25. You can just stop writing and look how it is being done. Okay, then 5 into minus 1, 5 ones are 5, and then minus sign, because plus minus is minus. I can just put a minus sign. Okay, I can just put a minus sign. Okay, now this p that is there. Okay, the p that is there. What happens to the p? Okay, the p is cancelled. Okay, the p is cancelled. Okay, and the answer that we get is minus 5. Okay, the answer that we get is minus 5 because the p is cancelled, or I think P and E. Okay. Let me just confirm if you can power it. Okay, means you can do raised to the power. Okay, and let me tell you back. Okay, let me confirm if you can just power it and um do minus 5p square. Okay, because the second question is somewhat similar. Have you written the first question? Shall I show you the third question? The third question is kind of similar.
Done, ma'am.
Okay.
Done.
Yeah.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Check out this question. The third question. What is the third question? Minus 2 by 3 r square minus 2 by 3 r square and minus 3 r cube is the third question. What we will do is, first we will put minus 2 upon 3 and minus 3 together, okay, in a bracket. Okay, first just write this down, minus 2 by 3 r square multiplied by minus 3 r cube. Now minus 2 by 3 into minus 3 in one bracket, and outside you write r. Okay, now r 2 r square and r cube. In both the things, r is common. Okay, r square and r cube. Okay, so what we will do?
The cube.
Cube means raised to the power 3. Hannah, cube means raised to the power 3. Okay, square means raised to the power 2. Cube means raised to the power 3 when a small 3 is written. Okay, so now you can cancel 3 and 3 with 1. 3 ones are 3, 3 ones are 3. Okay, so what you have? Minus 2. Okay, and minus minus, because this is also minus 2 by 3 negative, minus 3 is also negative. So minus minus is plus. So plus 2 r raised to the power 5. Okay, uh, 2 r raised to the power 5. All right, because 2 and 3 r is common. See, r is coming here also, and r is coming here also. R is common in both of them. So R we take only once, but 2 and 3 we add. The powers we can just add. Okay, the powers we can just add. Okay, and then that becomes our answer. 2 R raised to the power 5. Okay. Oh yeah, and this also, here also, please don't cancel the two p's. Okay, it becomes p because the p's are occurring two times. Check this out. Okay, if I have 5 into r into r into r, the answer will be 5 r. I'll just write it down. The answer will be 5 r raised to the power 3. Okay, how many times it's occurring? Okay, whatever times they're occurring, you can just write it at the top. Okay, at the top. So here also 5p. Okay, minus 5p, from here we got minus 5p. Then p and p is occurring two times, so minus 5p and a small 2 on the top. Okay, because p is occurring two times. Here in this one, r is two times here and r is three times here. So we just add it up, 2 and 3. So 2r 5 raised to the power 5. So yes, power works in these questions. Okay, you can just add up the same variable, the same alphabet, and put it on the top.
Ma'am,
Yeah,
so you just separate the variable from the number.
you just separate the variables from the number. not separate the variables from the numbers. You have written the variable and number together here. Here, I have written the variable and number together only. Okay, but yes, in this step, you separate the variable and number. The variable you separate outside the bracket, the numbers you could put inside the bracket, then you solve it, and then you put the variable in the answer. Okay, then you just put the variable in the answer. I'm going to erase the second question and I'm going to do one more question. One more question we will do. Okay. Joshua, are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
What about Johanna?
Sorry, ma'am, I have internet problems. I could not see. How did it happen?
Okay, just watch the lecture when you have your internet is better by Saturday, maybe tomorrow. Okay, and if there is any doubt, please ask me on Monday. Okay, if there is any doubt, please ask me on Monday. Watch the lecture from YouTube once again. I will post it on YouTube. Okay, watch it from YouTube once again and let me know. Now see, here we have different variables. We have S, we have T. Okay, in one term I'm having S, in the other term I'm having T. What we will do? Minus 2 upon 3 S multiplied by minus 3 upon 2 T. Okay, take in the bracket all the numbers. Minus 2 upon 3 multiplied by minus 3 upon 2. Outside I will take what? S into T. Okay, now cancel. 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 2, 3 ones are 3, 3 ones are 3. Minus minus cancels out plus. So 1 I have. 1. Okay, means nothing. 1 means you don't have to put it. Everything is cancelled. So S and T is left now. S and T is left. So S into T is ST. Okay, like I told you, when I do A into B into C means any variable, the answer will be A, B, C. Okay, multiplying any variable together, you put them together. Okay, multiplying any variables, put them together, that will give you the answer. Okay, multiplying any variables, you put them together, and that will give you the answer. So, the answer is ST. Okay, hope you understood how we are getting it.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Today I will give you sums related to this only. Okay. Today's homework is going to be related to this only. Okay. One more thing, one last thing I will teach you. Please tell me what if you have written this fourth question also, third and fourth.
Then
Okay. Okay. One more thing I'm going to teach you. Check this out. Now this is called expanded form. Okay. So this is called expanded form. Means how to write the terms in expanded form. For example, 8x 4 y x 4 y3 z2. Okay, the question says that write its expanded form. How will I write it? How will I write it? I'll start with 8 into x4 means write x 4 times x into x into x into x. Y is 3 times. Y raised to power 3 means Y is 3 times. Y into Y into Y. Z is 2 times. Z into Z. This is your expanded form. Very simple. Okay. X raised to the power 4 means X you have to write 4 times. Y raised to power 3 means Y you have to write 3 times. And Z raised to power 2 means Z you have to write 2 times. Okay. This is how we people do expanded form. Okay. We have questions on this in the chapter. Okay. So that is why. Okay. Check this one out also. Minus 2 minus 2 minus 2 P 3 Q R 2. Okay. So what you do? Answer will be minus 2 into P into P into P. Q doesn't have a part, so only one time into R into R. Okay, R 2 times. So this is how you do the expanded form. Okay, this is how you do the expanded form. With this, we have finished with the 4th chapter, the basics of algebra. Okay, Monday, when we'll be meeting, we will start a new lesson, lesson 5. Operations on algebra means more questions on addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay, algebra questions we will do. Missing value questions we will do. Okay, from Monday onwards. Today, the homework is expanded form. Okay, and exercise of the 4th chapter. Okay, this homework, the exercise homework you can finish next week. Next week, I'm going to give you, maybe I'm going to give you a holiday on Wednesday. I might as well be traveling on Wednesday next week. So I may give you a holiday on Wednesday next week. That time I'll give you the exercise as homework. Okay, if I'm traveling. Okay, also on a quick note, I shifted your science test on Friday next week. Okay, because I realized today is Friday and I want to give you one whole week. Okay, so I shifted your science test on Friday, next week, Friday. Maths test, I'll let you know. Okay, maths test, maybe I'll be keeping Monday next to next week. Okay, because Monday will be your holiday. Next to next week on 22nd, I have an exam. Okay, I have an exam on 22nd of June. So might as well keep a maths test on 22nd June. I'll put the message in group, what chapter. Okay. Okay. All right. So we will stop here for today and I'll post the homework in the group and we'll be meeting now after the weekend. So have a good weekend. Bye. See you all then.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you,
bye,
ma'am.
Hannah. Bye, ma'am.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.